Awesome. All right. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now it is time to complete the final installment of Budgeriguard Z. So this was the evolution I made yesterday based on the Pokemon I made up based on budgies. This is called Parakeep. Today we are going to see what he looks like, what the final evolution will look like at level 36. I'm going to make this a little more organized here. All right. So, to start things off, I will type the name of the Pokemon. It is Budgeriguard, and it is Flying and Steel type. Let's see here. Now you will see the full Budgery glory. Let me see if I have any amusing stories today. There must not be a lot going on because I don't have any amusing stories. This is very serious. Budgie face. Actually, do this. The way I drew this is he's going to have an S curve. So this will be my last stream of the week. Ideally, this stream will last about 30 or 40 minutes, just like the other two. This is the more complex of the 3 drawings, so it might run closer to 40 minutes. We'll see. So yeah, this was my plan. Have a steel flying type budgie Pokemon. He's got this crest. He's heavily based on the knight motif. Even the name of the previous evolution, Parakeep, is meant to be inspired by like a castle keep. So, fun fact about this particular budgie. So, there are a couple of different variations of budgie breeds, kind of like how there are a bunch of different breeds of dog. So the first 2 are based heavily on the Australian style budgie, which is like the default kind, I guess you could say, the most common kind. That's how they come in nature. And then this guy, you can tell by the shape of his head, he is based on an English budgie. English budgies, if you ever see a budgie that has like a big bulbous peanut-shaped head, a big round forehead, that is an English budgie. They are pretty cute. They are pretty popular. I don't know how I feel about them, though, because I've heard that, like, those mutations kind of, like, in particular the English budgie, like, sometimes their feathers are such a problem that, like, they grow out and they can't see or they can't breathe, and then they, their lifespans are shortened because of that, or they have other problems. I don't know how I feel about these yet. I don't know how much truth there is to that. They are mighty freaking cute, though. And I can see why they're so popular. He's got a shield right here. That little shape on his belly was just developing into a shield. He's got like the helmet, the knight's helmet, the knight's shield. Got more serious looking Pete's. I can tell a quirky fact about my old budgie Archie. So, towards the end of his life, he got this weird tumor on his leg, and it was kind of on the bottom of one of his feet, like right about here. And we took him to the vet, and the vet was like, well, we don't know why he developed this, but the best thing for him would be to amputate this foot. And it was very risky. It was very scary. We didn't like having to do this, but I think it extended his life, because we don't know like what the heck that tumor was really. It could have been anything. It could have been super dangerous. And the operation turned out to be a success, and he lived for the next several years with only one foot. I can safely say that he literally did lose a Pete to the void and never got it back. Yeah, kind of sad. Not a fun fact, just a quirky fact. But that didn't stop his mobility. We changed his cage. You know, obviously he couldn't really get around on those perches like he used to, so he lived a lot of his time like on the ground. He got a lot more comfortable with us like handling him and picking him up and stuff, which I imagine he would have to. He'd be grateful that we wanted to pick him up and move him places rather than having to hop there. Let's see here. Tail needs to be bigger. Jeez, don't know why that was giving me problems. There we go. Want to make his tail a little bit longer, because he is a fine man. He's no longer a boy. He is a fine grown man, as you can see. I like to think that the lore with this Pokemon is that they start off really weak and dependent in their first evolution, really dependent on like parent guardians or caregiver Pokemon. And as they get older, they get more brave and strong and chivalrous until they become like this. And they're very protective of their loved ones. All right. I'm good with that, I think. I think I'm just about ready to do the inking. Actually, yeah, let's do this. If I leave the brush kind of fat, kind of forces me to not have such a heavy hand. There's another variation. There's another breed of budgie called I've heard two names for it, but they basically both mean the same thing in different languages. A helicopter budgie, and in Japanese, it's called a Hagoromo budgie. And this is a really wacky breed of budgie, where it looks more or less like the Australian budgie, except it develops these, like, flower or petal formations of feathers on their shoulders, like right about here. They would grow these weird, like this almost, and it's just a formation of feathers. And as far as I know, it doesn't affect their ability to fly or move around, and it's not painful, but it's weird. It's so weird. So unusual that was a mutation that someone discovered and then was like, hey, let's selectively breed for this so we can just have these wacky looking budgies. I like this shape. I want to move it down. Yeah. I like that. Whoa. Serious budge. Serious protector. I wouldn't say Archie was like a little protective bird. He wasn't trying to protect us. He was like, you protect me. I'm the little emperor here. I run the house. Bring me food. Give me scratches. Give me Cheerios. Oh, he loved Cheerios. That was like such a treat for him. My dad would sometimes play vinyl records for him while I was at school. And They had a bunch of like musical records, musical soundtracks, and apparently Archie's favorite was Jesus Christ Superstar. He like jammed out really hard to that one. Apparently, I never saw it, but my parents had fun playing that for him. And my mom likes to do puzzles, and she said it was so funny if you tried to have Archie on the table with you while you were doing a puzzle, because he loved to take like one piece and drop it over the edge and just watch it fall. He was apparently mesmerized by that. He learned how to talk a little bit, and even though he was technically a female, he did learn a few phrases. Normally, females are less prone to learning how to talk, or they don't learn how to talk as well or as much as male budgies. But he learned a few phrases. He learned how to say, "Where's Emily?" Because my name is Emily, and apparently that was a phrase that my parents said around the house. And he would say things like, birdie boy, because we called him a birdie boy. And just like little things we would repeat to him. When we first got him, we would leave the TV on for him to maybe hopefully like cause him to learn some human phrases. But we would leave like the Teletubbies on. So he didn't learn much more than the basic stuff. We didn't set him up for success with that. To this day, it sounds like I think back on that and I'm like, why did we put the Teletubbies on? Like, nobody learned how to speak from the Teletubbies. Huh? Oh. Yeah. They're serious. Huh? Tweet. And you know how cats, like, they're very responsive if you go, pss, 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 or something like that? Apparently Archie had a sound that he really responded to if you made, that was kind of similar to that. If you went, he would perk up and suddenly want to go towards the sound of the noise. I can make, you know what? I want this shield to be a little broader. He has a broad, proud shield on a broad, proud budge. So proud. So broad. Wide boy. Here he come. He protect. He protect. He attack if he have to. Alright. Do I like that? Let's see. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I likes that. Time to color. Wow, 7:25 already. It feels like I threw this together pretty fast. Maybe I'm getting faster? Maybe that's a Good thing? I don't know. No, faster doesn't matter. What matters is better. Better, cleaner, more consistent. Faster doesn't always equal better. Art tip. Pro art tip for y'all. Faster does not equal better. Especially in the world of professional graphic design. I'll change the color of his eye later. That shiny sear. Nice. Gotta color them peats. Gotta clean up them peats. Looking messy. Messy. That's something I like to say around the house sometimes. Like if me or my husband accidentally spill something, I'll be like, "Did you make messy?" Or if I'm cooking and I spill something, I'll be like, "I made messy." Because that's just how I talk. I just am now realizing, hearing that out loud to myself, that sounds like I am baby. And so what if I am? No. Unless. Oh my gosh, I heard the funniest thing today on YouTube. I don't know how true it is because I heard it on YouTube. But apparently there's an obscure law on the books in the state of Texas that says a person is not allowed to own more than 6 dildos. PG-13 warning here, guys. I'm going to be talking about dildos for just like a few minutes. I heard that today and I was like, what? What? How do they... That's gotta be... I gotta think that's one of those rules that like every state has where it's like it was made up a really long time ago and no one really enforces it. It's just there because once upon a time there was a very specific problem or like somebody was very upset about something. Because like I'm pretty sure that my state has an obscure unenforceable rule about it goes something like you're not allowed to eat raw onions like before you go to school or before you go into a building or something like that. It's really a weird rule. And it came about because wild onions grow around where I live, or where I grew up rather. And it was a problem, I guess, apparently, like, where people were, like, plucking raw onions out of the ground and then, like, eating them on their way to school or on their way to run an errand or something, and then they go inside the building and everybody's like, oh my god, you stink of raw onions. So, like, that's why that exists. And that makes me so curious, then, about what is going on in Texas. That is a rule. It makes me so badly just want to go down to Texas and just walk past a cop, but just holding 5 dildos. And then wait until they notice me, and then and then just, like, pull a 6th one out of my hat or something. Like, oh no, officer. What you gonna do? That's so wild. Like, seriously, I bet, like, actual Texas cops wouldn't give a shit about that. I would hope they wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. I've never been to Texas. So I don't really know anything about the state. I know that that's where Hank Hill comes from. Oh, yeah. That's a clean burning hell, I tell you what. Propane. Love that show. That's where you can get a quality bowl of spaghetti and meatballs and Frito pie. Ah, yes, Frito pie. Never had Frito pie. It doesn't sound difficult to make. I bet I could make it without even having to look up a recipe. Let me guess. Let me take a wild guess. You take ground beef, seasoned ground beef, right? And then you, like, cook it in a pan or pot on the stove. You brown it. And then you mix in cheese. Maybe you mix in a layer of salsa on top. You throw that into a casserole dish. And then maybe you put some Fritos on top, and then you bake it in the oven. And then that's it. That's Frito pie. I am willing to bet money that is the recipe for Frito pie. Oh. How would this look? Ooh. I think I like this. Let's see here. Ooh, yeah, I like that. That's nice. Feels kind of dull. I don't know. I should probably shade it just a little bit, maybe. I didn't shade the other two, but this one feels kind of plain without it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make a separate layer. Because that is what I need, apparently. In case I don't like it. He's got a big chin. Yes. Yes. I've had the AC off so that I could record good audio, and it's already getting hot. When I'm done streaming, I gotta turn the AC back on, baby. So I'm not about that sweat in life. Nope, not me. I was like almost using a cool brush before, wasn't I? No. Pressed the wrong button. There we go. Let's do a peek. All right. I think I want to clean up just a little spot right here. Yay! So that is Budgeriguard, the flying steel type budgie Pokemon. And now I will put them all together. Ignore that. I am a consummate professional, and I know what I'm doing. Oop. Yep. I know what I'm doing. So much. So much all of the time. Yes. Ooh. Oh, I just love the first evolution of this. I want the kind of Pokemon that is so cute you can't bring yourself to evolve it. There we go. Didn't need to be on that layer anyway. Oh, that's why. It's like a lag for some reason. Weird. I don't know why that's gonna. Anyway. Nice. And then I'll include a little just to show what he evolves into at what time. Yeah. This has been super fun. I never knew designing my own Pokemon could be so fun. I will definitely be doing more of this. Next week, I will be doing a similar streaming schedule where I will do like these little 30 to 45 minute mini streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 7 p.m. And that week, I will be doing different evolutions of the cockatiel Pokemon that I have invented. So I'm excited for that. I hope any viewers out there are excited for that. So thank you to anybody who has watched. Until next time, until next week, I'll be seeing you. Bye-bye.